The shop was busy today, with lots of the island's residents painting mugs, plates and other pottery items to give to their loved ones as festive gifts. As it was only a week until Christmas, today was the last day they could guarantee that the painted mugs and other gifts would be glazed and put in the kilns in time for the big day. "I'm not staring at the door like a puppy," Eden laughed, knowing she'd been doing just that. "You jump a mile every time the door opens. Dougie will be here soon. I don't think the flight from Exeter arrives into St. Mary's until 2. Eden nodded. Hope Island was the most westerly island of the Scilly Isles in Cornwall, and she knew that it would take Dougie a long time to get here. Suddenly, she realised what Claire had just said. Eden opened her mouth to deny that she was waiting for Dougie, but there was no point. She'd never discussed her feelings for Dougie with Claire, but it wasn't hard to work out. Embarrassingly enough, everyone on the island seemed to know. The only person who didn't seem to have any clue was Dougie himself. "I just can't believe he is really coming home for good this time. When he first spoke about this at Easter, I never thought it would happen. And then he came over in the summer to house hunt, and it just didn't seem real. And when he came over for Rome and Freya's wedding, he was so excited about moving back here for good. And now he's here, to stay. And I don't know why. He always wanted to live in America when he was little. He had posters of New York in his room, and he kept saying that one day he would have a big office at the top of the Empire State Building. And although he never made it to the Empire State Building, he did have a big office at the top of one of the other big skyscrapers, plus a beautiful luxury penthouse apartment that takes up the entire floor of one of the tall buildings with amazing panoramic views of the city. His own video gaming company is a huge success. He was living his dream, and now he's coming home to tiny Hope Island. He sold everything. His car, his luxury home, almost all of his things. And for what? The tallest building we have here is a 6-story hotel. We have 2 pubs, 3 restaurants, no theatres or cinemas, no McDonald's or Starbucks. He's bought a tiny cottage, when in reality he could easily afford one of those huge houses on the far side of the island. There's nothing here for him. I can honestly see him staying here for a few months before he gets bored out of his brain and decides to set up and go back to New York again. What has Hope Island got that could possibly keep him interested?" "The one thing that New York doesn't have," Claire said, as she loaded some iced ginger cupcakes into the cabinet to nestle alongside the fresh mince pies she'd made earlier that morning. Eden looked outside onto the street, wondering what Hope Island could possibly offer him. The cobbled streets, the cute little unique shops with their beautiful Christmas decorations hanging in the windows, and the old Victorian-style lamps all added a vintage charm to the island. The cottages and houses were all unique, many of them painted in bright colours. The friendliness of the locals and that lovely community spirit was another attractive feature. The beautiful beaches and little hidden coves were something the tourists flocked to see. She loved it here and never wanted to leave, but, like Dougie, many of the younger generation couldn't wait to get off the island. She supposed the coastal aspect was something New York didn't have. "The beaches? He's always loved the beaches here," Eden said. You idiot. He's coming back for you." Eden sighed. Claire wasn't the first person to say this to her, and she was sure she wouldn't be the last. "He's not coming back for me. It's not like that with us. We're best friends, and it will never be more than that." It had never been more than that for them. Nothing had ever happened between them, apart from one kiss. One incredible kiss when she was 17 years old, standing on the shores of Mistletoe Cove. The kiss had been so wonderful that Eden had immediately gone home and dreamed of her wedding to him, imagined the house they would buy together and the little red-headed babies they would have. The next day, Dougie had announced that he was moving to New York with his parents, and she'd had to smile and pretend she was happy for him. The kiss was never mentioned again, and she'd never told anyone about it, keeping that moment in her heart just for her. Nothing had happened between them since.